Okay, so in the last video, we introduced how to make a comparison between two different things. In this video, we're going to talk about how we can make a comparison when we have three or more. So let's take a look. Here we have three cities in Japan. Hokkaido, three islands of Japan, I apologize. Three islands of Japan. Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. So Hokkaido, Kyushu, Shikoku, three of the islands in Japan. 北海道と四国と九州の中で北海道が一番大きいです。北海道と九州と四国の中で北海道が一番大きいです。Let's take a look at another situation. So here we have the seasons. Haru, natsu, aki, fuyu. These are the seasons. 季節の中で秋が一番好きです。秋が一番好きです。So, between Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu, Hokkaido is the largest. Or, out of all the seasons, I like the fall the best. So we have largest, and you like it the most. So just like in English, we have like big, bigger, biggest. I like it more, I like it the most. We have a slightly different format when we are talking about the comparison between three things than we did when we were talking about the comparison between two things. So if we want to compare three or more things, we are going to start with either a list of those like three or more things that we are comparing, or a word for the whole category. So X と Y と Z. So 北海道と四国と九州. Or the whole category, 季節, seasons. Then after that we follow with の中で. So out of these three items, or out of this category, the one that is the most, が一番 adjective です。So a note about this word 一番, I think some of you may have heard it before in context outside of class. And some people get a little bit confused, so I just want to make sure that I explain it. So 一番 doesn't mean like the best, it just means the most. So like the number one most big, or then the one that I number one most like. So 一番 adjective です is the one that is the most adjective. So we use this 一番 adjective です to express something being the most of something among a variety of items. Let's take a look. So 北海道と四国と九州の中でどこが一番大きいですか？北海道が一番大きいです。季節の中でいつが一番好きですか？秋が一番好きです。So when we are asking a question with three or more items, it is a little bit more simple. We are just going to put in a question word. So X と Y と Z の中で, or category の中で, just like we did before. The question word が一番 adjective ですか? So the question is pretty much the same format as the answer. The only tricky part about this is that we have to decide what question word is best to use. So the question words that we've had so far, we've had nani, what, dare, who, dore, which one, dono, noun, so which noun, doko, where, and itsu, when. So when we are comparing these three islands are places, so we ask with doko. When we are comparing these four seasons, seasons are times, so I ask with itsu. So the only thing that's tricky is that we have to know what we are talking about and what categories to place the question word in. Let's take a look. So here we have a train, a car, and a bus. How can we ask a question? Which one is the most convenient? So out of a train, a car, and a bus, which is the most convenient? You can take a minute and pause the video if you would like. Okay, let's check together. So, 電車と車とバスの中でどれが一番便利ですか? So, どれ, which one is the most convenient? I think 何が一番便利ですか could also be okay. We lean towards どれ because there's only a few items and you're picking which one out of just a couple. How about with, let's see, with Japanese food? How would we ask which, out of all of Japanese food, which do you like the most? Okay, let's check together. 日本料理の中で何が一番好きですか? 日本料理の中で何が一番好きですか? I would definitely go with nani above dore in this case, because there are way more different kinds of Japanese food than you could ever possibly count, right? Okay, how about this last one? So out of everyone in the family, who is the tallest? How would we ask this question? Let's check. 家族の中で誰が一番背が高いですか? 家族の中で誰が一番背が高いですか? So in this case, we definitely want to use dare because all of these are people. So we want to make sure we're calling them who and not what. ですね。So 誰が一番背が高いですか? Okay, so now we've covered how to make comparisons between sets of 3 or more items. See if you can make some answers with the activities below.